that was a bit of a different intro, wasn't it? Let's see how that goes. Right, let's get in here and turn on all of the lovely little overlays. Get ourselves in the session. I think, thank you for the follow, Reese. I think I heard, yeah, it's a wet ass quali. Proper damn wet. And I'm not sure whether it's going to dry up or if it's going to be just monsoon levels of rain out here. I would say both Mercedes they've actually got their UDP set up, so we're going to go on board with the first car out on track, which is David Cottle. And let's see if he can give us a tour of Spa-Francorchamps in the rain. Or, as everyone else in the UK calls it, summer. This is summer season. Uh, 15 racers. And maybe a chance for a couple more to join later on. I'm not entirely sure. This is F1 24 though, this isn't 25, because some of the guys haven't been able to get F1 25 due to financial issues or whichever, so we're going to see out the season on F1 24, and then once the season's done we are going to merge over. And as you can see, Reese, I've got the official one, not official, but the F1 sort of overlays. McLaren, currently, that would be TJ and I think it was Buck, but I don't think TJ or Teddy Jr. is here, so it would just be Buck. God. He is sliding. Let's go off shot. It is proper pissing it down out there. Up the papaya. I don't know. Might not be McLaren's day, but especially with this. But we'll see. We haven't got a representative lap time. Somebody's out there on Inters. I don't. Yeah, judging it, this is definitely full wet weather. I know of a few leagues starting up, but they're not really beginners. Because I'm like intermediate level, if I'm honest. I'm not like high end, but I'm still quick. I know of one, but like they're so beginner that, you know, everyone's using presets, no custom setups, no certain assists are off, so then everyone's basically got a level playing field. Obviously on F1 25 as well for you. I bet it felt weird when you went off AC to F1 yesterday. Right. Oh, he's sliding like fuck out there. There's another input I've got on my side that I don't think you guys are able to see, but it's giving me their steering and throttle inputs. I might turn it on actually, but we'll leave this for now. Keep off of those curves. That was kind of the premise. I saw this league. Oh, somebody's already got a warning for corner cutting. So I saw this league like maybe 2 months back. Joined them for a couple just to have some fun with it. Noticed their main commentator kind of vanished off the face of the earth. And due to the times, because you know it's quite late for us right now, I thought instead of me actually, you know, racing, I can kind of just like do this. It's good for for Thrill Nation overall. It's good for the community. There you go. Look at that. McLaren B1 at the moment with a 2:03.8, but there's a lot of lap times coming in. Oh, there we go. Alpine. That'll be Clayton. No, and then is beaten by Joseph. So Joseph is very quick. Probably too quick for this league, I'll be dead honest, but he's come in near the end of the season, so I don't think he's really going to be a championship contender, just because there's probably not enough races for him to do it, but pace-wise, he's shit on. Right, improvement for Buck, so let's go on. Let's stay on board with McLaren. Did you go get some more laps done? Because I got my 41.9 on Kalami, but had I put all my sectors... Hello, Beach. Beach, are you going to finish in the points today, buddy? But had I not messed up the first sector, I would have got a 41.4, which I was a bit annoyed about. Yeah, no, I'd seen, I think, gameplay from another league of Joseph. Oof. Buck is really struggling here, and I don't know who he's coming up on. But I don't think they know he's there either. Oh, there they do. They just go off out of the way at, I think, Blanchimont. But yeah, Beach, we want some points out of you today for kick. Because I'm not there anymore, Jonah's not there. I think your teammate is? Not entirely sure. No, Rage isn't here. So Alpine and Haas. That is your top two. Who's this? Let's go on with Pixel. Sorry, I'm just trying to check something a minute. Right, this is what I need. Come on. Can I have the app open, please? So, yeah, so you have their name, obviously the team, their name, their lap times, their battery, and then if they're in pit, given up by the P. Now, not all of the battery things will load. Ad break, I'll wait for a minute. Ads turned the lowest I can go. I kind of wish I never went affiliate and just left it without the ads and then just had it where people just do bits. Would have been better. Is it going to dry up at all? Doesn't look it. Biblical monsoon amounts of water out there right now. Oof. Pixel getting a bit fucking loose. Coming past through Blanchimont right now, and then we'll be coming just towards the chicane. Let me just ban this bottom on it. We love a spammer. Yes, we do. Get out. Pixel, okay. Now, it looks like Schmo and Joseph are maybe going to test. That's not the way. Maybe going to test the Inters. Speaking of Inters, Thrill Nation's actually on the Inters right now, finishing up his lap. Doesn't look like it's going to be. No, it's not working out for him. They've got the UDP on, just not their battery. Oh, well. Let's go with. Looks like Colonic Wales on one, and so is. Yeah. Spam. Right, please. Eh? Oh, okay, I got it now. Yeah, Inters aren't. I don't think it's Inters weather out there, honestly, mate. Unless it really dries up really quickly, which it's not. I don't think it's going to at all. Thrill. Also, in the wet, have your diff as low, like 20-25%. You don't want very high diff here. Right, let's see how Colonic, your teammate's getting on. He's finishing up his lap. Just a heads up, Thrill, if you're still in here, both the Mercedes have got their UDP on, just not where it shares their telemetry, so we don't know if they're using ERS. I'm not too bothered. Colonic goes P4 with a 2 minutes, 0.190. And obviously Clayton and Stacks. I'm not worried about it. They may as well just stick to not using their UDP now, because it's weird. If they eventually have their UDP on, I won't recognise. Right, let's go with Beach Bro, who was just here in the chat, and see what his lap time is like. We don't have anything to compare it to, so it's not going to give me if he's on a personal best or anything. So we're just going to have to watch his lap time, the clock. And the fastest is still the 57.6. It's not going to be the fastest. He might go to P4, P5, 2 minutes 2. Yeah, no worries, bud. I'm not too bothered by it, but I'm just thinking so then we can see everyone exactly as it would be. David Cottle actually went P7 on the Inters. Is that a correct lap? It might be Inters, I'm not sure. McLaren's had a third warning. Oopsie daisy. McLaren is on a hot lap, I think, beyond. So we've got an Inter runner in front of the wet runner here. They're around the same sort of pace generally in the dry, so if the Inters pulls away from the wets, then we might be able to call it. 4.5 minutes to go. With such a long lap, it's a 7-kilometer track. Even in an out lap, it's going to be a good 2.5 minutes here. So, no, Monaco's the worst for wets. Thing is, with this track, you want speed. You want good top speed. In the wet, you want downforce. So you're going to have to balance in between how much downforce you put on to make it comfortable enough to push in qualifying, but then you don't want to leave yourself susceptible to being really overtaken during the race. I would much rather have a worse qualifying car and a better race car. Fifi now goes fastest with a 57.549. Okay, so Schmo is actually in P3 and he's now back out on the Inters. Ugh. He's trying to get round, I think, in time. Kilometer behind him, I think, is actually on a hot lap, but it's not looking like his best lap. Right, let's go watch Killer. Oh, Killer, sorry. Let's try that again. There we go. Oh, Killer, we come on board with you, and you are drifting after me. A lot of people in front now starting their laps, so we are going to be jumping between cars as they come across. Yeah, lots of people are going for it now, you can see. One of the Astons coming up behind Brewski, but Brewski's on a hot lap, so he's not inclined to get out the way, so it's just going to be bad track placement from the Aston. I'm assuming it's Stacks. Oh, yeah, didn't work for him. Schmo's not improving on the inters. That's not going to work for him. Let's keep going back down the order. Kanzuk now is on his wets. But yeah, Reece, you never know. You might join our league eventually. I might be commentating there and not critiquing, but pressure will be on you. There we go, Stacks goes P4 on the wets. Yeah, I didn't think it would be time for inters, but maybe some people work their tyres a bit harder, so the inters works for them. Thrill, if you get round to the line in time, you might have enough time to go for another lap, if you've got the fuel. 15 seconds to go. Oh, you're leaving it late. Punch it, punch it. Up to P7. More and more drivers are finishing their laps now. Wow, Beach Broski timed that to perfection. I think Schmo got through as well, just in time. Joseph, I think, is purple sector 1, he's up. This is on the inters now. So it's a wet pole for the moment. If Joseph or Schmo can do anything to challenge Fifi, the car is definitely going to be dancing quite a lot. The first fastest sector, I think, has been taken by Schmo now. Indeed. Oh, wide as anything out there. Those inters aren't really happy now. 1.2 seconds up in the middle sector. If these inters heat up and hold on, look at the pace differences we're seeing. I think we're definitely going to be seeing the pole lap coming in now. Just got to tickle the throttle. There we go. Pole. A 1:55.448. Schmo is going to try and get up there. He's lost a bit of time in the middle sector. Fastest first sector. Let's see what he has as he charges up to the line. Oh, 55.8, lost a little bit in the third sector. Real Nation did get around in time to start another lap. Is he improving? It's not to be the case. And that is it. That's the qualifying done. So, Inters on the front row actually. So Inters did come through in the end. But it must have been treacherous. That's the classification. Enjoy the very slow and low resolution class, but yeah, that's how it is. And now we just wait for the lobby to move on. See, there we go. Another person's joined. Insert CAC, who I believe is in the Red Bull, or as we would know him as Something Wong. Right. Let's get ourselves sorted. We're going to have a formation lap, so while the formation lap loads itself up, let me just turn off that a minute. Just going to turn off the classification stuff a minute, just bear with me. Off we go. What am I getting a notification for? Okay, that's fine. And let's go down to... Are they having the formation lap? Or are we just started up? I'll wait until they start the formation lap before I go to the next set of graphics. Just in case there's been a slight change of plan. But they're all getting their race strategies and setups, and I'm intrigued to see who went for a higher downforce setup and who went for a lower downforce setup, because I'm sure there'll be a lot of chopping and changing, especially in the mid pack, because there's a few people in the mid pack that I was expecting to be higher up, and there's a few surprises in there as well. Right, formation lap is ready to go. And let's go over here. Turn that off. And off we go. Just give the little video intro to round 14 of the Thrill Nation Gaming F1 24 League. We're off to Spa-Francorchamps. I know it says round 13 there. Ignore that. Listen to me. I know what I'm on about. Let's go with that. Fastest lap was in the race. It was 140.5. I don't think we'll be seeing that get beaten today. Elevation is only 102 meters. These are the tyre compounds they're going to be using. C4, the C3 and the C1, the hardest of all the tyre compounds. And as you can see on the graphic, there may be a slight chance of a little bit of rain. If only it was that nice in real life. Right, turn that off. That off, doink. Right. And look at that. Some people have done, shall we say, it looks like they've had a cock up. So they're not disqualified, but if you make contact on the formation lap, it resets you to the starting grid, and then you lose tyre temps. So the front row are both on mediums. Fifi and his teammate Stacks on the softs behind. Then we have Pixel, Colonic Whale, Beach Broski, Thrill Nation, Clayton, David Cottle on the mediums, Buck, P11, Killer, P12, Cam Zuckman P13. I'm surprised Cac didn't get back in. The Real Brewski, P14, and Wesley Cottle, P15. We're going to go on board with Fifi here for the start, because I want to see, if he makes the jump that he requires being on the soft tyres. to get out in front. A few other people have missed their braking points. That's why it's saying out. They are not disqualified. It's just the way this it registers the input. Alright. 5 lights are out, and away we go. Wow, Joseph did not get the start he wanted. Oh. Bit of ghosting involved there. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but Fifi has got through on Schmo. Hey, you know, he's going to try and pass Joseph as fast as he can to make use of these softs. Try to build out a bit of a gap, both deploying quite heavily now. We can see, I think, Fifi might have a slightly... Oh, Schmo going for the inside line, wheel banging. Fifi loses the rear. Oh! Oh, that's really hindered him now. I don't think he picked up damage, but lit up the rear. I think touched the gravel or grass slightly. Quite a squeeze from both drivers involved there. And away we go. Right, let's get back up to the front for now. So Stax now, the sole Aston Martin up in the top 3. He's going to want to make sure he does a hopefully a smoother attempt of passing of Schmo. And Joseph has already bolted off to a 1.1 second gap. He's not hanging around in that Alpine. Oh my lord. Okay, I can see this coming. We have 4 or 5 cars battling for position coming down into the chicane. Buck finds his way through. Fifi having to carve his way through the field now. Oh. Let's turn that off. There we go. You can tell Fifi is raring to go. Bless him. Must feel a little bit aggrieved with that contact up at the top. I think we're going to have a Ricardo Zonta situation here. I think they're both going to line up to try and get past Buck. Killer goes down the inside. Fifi comes through as well. Oh, goes off the track a little bit there, but still maintains to have enough traction to get his way around Killer. Killer, I think, turned in a bit earlier than he wanted to there. That's cost him another position to Buck. And the Thrill Nation is slowly creeping up behind them as well now. Ah, we've missed it, but Stax did get through on Schmo. Okay, we have Williams on Alpina. That's quite an overshoot of speed there. Hopefully Pixel hasn't burnt through all his battery. But it looks like the Alpine behind him has. Flashing like crazy. He's trying to recharge that battery now. Fastest lap of 46.4 by Joseph, as the gap at the front now is 2.5 seconds. See the McLaren in the background. I think they might be going side by side. That's a good camera angle. There we go. Fifi. Oh, that's a close move there. I don't think the Alpine actually noticed him there. Fifi's going to have to do a very quick dispatch of these two if he wants to get back up to pace and close down at least the P3. And it may happen because his teammate is currently engaged in a battle with Schmo. Oh, that's gonna let Fifi through. Maybe? No, doesn't. That Aston Martin must be pushing him around these corners at this point in the wheel tracks of the Alpine. This could be quite interesting into the chicane. Let's go on board with Fifi, see how he deals with this. Yeah, he's very quick. Fifi here, who were on board, is a very quick driver as well, but that contact and moment that he had has cost him considerably. And he's away, but the Alpine, I think, is a bit close and might be able to come back on the DRS. It looks like it, doesn't it? I think the Alpine played that to perfection. If he's able to utilise it, here he comes. He does his defensive move. The Alpine thinks better of it, maybe not confident enough on the brakes. Fifi using all the track that's available to him to optimise. Oh, whoa, what's happening here, boys? Must have been a moment because Kalonic, I think, has probably had a moment somewhere because I don't know where he just appeared at from. And he's dropping down the order. I feel he may have damage on that car. But let's go on board with the other Aston Martin that's been re-overtaken by Schmo on the mediums. So maybe the mediums now are coming into a better performance window. Does he think about the pass here? Does he wait for an attack opportunity through Eau Rouge? But the longer you stay behind the car in front, the more dirty air you're going to receive, and it's going to be worse for your tyre life. A minor lock up there, I believe, from Schmo. I think this is going to be a prime opportunity here. You don't want to be too close going through Eau Rouge because it kills all your momentum. He might not. He might be just a bit too far back. I don't think he's been able to utilise it. No. No chance. A lot of locking up. The problem was such a long first sector, where from turn 1 basically all the way to the end of sector 1 you're flat out, so your tyres have, your brakes have a long time with very little, well, you're not ever really using your brakes, so they get hell of a cold, hell of a quickly. Schmo seems to have dispatched of Stax's attack with the softs now and is settling into a rhythm. So now we have Williams on Alpine again, and it looks like they're all starting to catch Beach Broski in the kick. With 10 laps to go. When do the soft runners decide to jump in? Might be coming up to those times now, not entirely sure. Ah, speaking of the devil, Kalonic, I think, has just dove into the pits. There we go, on cue. This should be like taking candy from a baby, as long as Pixel doesn't have a moment over Eau Rouge, which it doesn't seem to, and that should be a done deal. But then he needs to make sure he bridges out the gap to Clayton, otherwise Clayton will come straight back at him. Fifi is definitely locked in at this moment, you can tell. He's caught up to the back of Beach Bro hell of a quickly now. I don't think he lifted. Hello mate, yeah, it's been a while since I've done AMS. Neither of them are thinking of deploying, there's no point here. 9 laps to go. Colonic went onto the hards, surprisingly. I don't really have one planned. It's more of just like a sporadic sort of schedule. The only reason I'm kind of like in a routine for the F1 is because it's this league's every other 3 days. Well, Mondays and Thursdays basically. AMS, I think there will be a few things coming up. I'm trying to get a couple of friends into AMS to then we can all kind of learn together and sorry, just focusing on this. Try to learn together and then eventually like do an endurance event. That's the plan. Sector 1, there's a car. Who's that stopped? Track is clear though. Fifi's gonna have a move on thrill here. They both got DRS, but the overspeed. And away he goes. Fifi, oh yeah, that I was gonna say that's definitely a corner cut warning on that one. You sent it into there. But then you have a bit of work to do after that altercation. That's tidy. Nicely around the outside, gave each other room, and Fifi is making these mediums work an absolute charm. I don't think the call from Colonic to go into the hards was the best, because mediums will definitely go to the end, but it's down to him what he does. Speaking of Colonic, he's now under pressure from Buckwheezy in the McLaren, so let's have a bit of McLaren viewpoints for you. So Colonic has stopped, I believe Buck hasn't. He might have actually, I'm not entirely sure, because I wouldn't expect him to be down here. Anyway, let's just jump into the pits a minute. A lot of pit stops coming in. And David Cottle is going to come round the first turn. It's going to be tight on exit with Pixel, I think. That should be another one of taking candy from the baby. Only just. No, certain drivers use more assist than others. It's down to driver preference. There's some people still using brake assist as they're like just adjusting. I know there's a few of us that's using very little assists. It's your personal preference. I believe the only thing restricted, I think, is I think ERS usage and DRS. You have to obviously do that yourself. But no, people can turn up and just learn with what they are, because they're not We're not advertising as a professional league. There may be some professional people in here, but it's not a professional like esports league. So you could, but the only time it's late at night for us, mate. They start at 20 to 1 usually, and then we carry on until this will probably finish at 1:45. Right. So Joseph's going to go round and round and round. He's now got a 29-second gap. Pulling away. He's in a league of his own out there right now. And I'm assuming he's going to go onto the softs and be an absolute bullet. And he eventually stops. I have a feeling it will be this lap. Let's go to Killer. Killer's trying to catch Cam Zuckme now for the final points. And he's also got a Thrill Nation following him behind. So these three are all going to be vying for the final points positions, because then the next car in P9 is Buck, who's 6 seconds up the road. Thrill Nation had a bit of understeer and he's messed that up. This will be brave through here. Oh, very close to contact. You really wouldn't want contact there, because that would be a race-ending crash. And I'm not saying anything, because the last couple races, I'm not going to mention anything. I may have mentioned a couple things and things have happened. I'm not doing that here tonight. Or chat, do I do a commentator's curse and see what happens? That's the question. Hypothetically, if a safety car came out right now, what would happen? Hypothetically, I'm not saying it will happen. Ooh. Killer, you're supposed to like buy him dinner before you ride his ass like that. Well, away he goes, but that Williams is still only just getting passed by him now. Battle for P2 is on the cards. Schmo on the hards versus Stacks on the mediums. So yeah, Reach, you could if you wanted to. They have it where like you don't just turn up and join, because they have quite a lot of reserves. But if you keep showing interest, they'll probably put you in. You won't be able to choose your team, because most teams, as you can see, are filled up. So it would be whoever is maybe not there on that day, as Stacks goes through Blanchimont, coming down into the chicane to take P2. Schmo's going to want to stay within the DRS, and he's just about done it. And we can see a very hot on the heels of the Fifi is on the way. So don't discount him out of a podium yet, and he's going to want to get Schmo at least. Alright, let's keep an eye on these three. Oof. These two battling are slowing each other down, and now it's allowing Cam Zuckme now, as well as Killer, to get away. These two are going to want to work together, really. What a lovely exit from Thrill. Just not got the overall speed to do anything about it, but these two need to stop battling, work together, DRS train each other along, and get after P10 up the road. 4 laps to go. Fifi is definitely on the way. Oh, Schmo's at a moment! Oh, what a shame. What a shame. How is it I always catch people when something like that happens? It's just crazy. Unlucky. The joys of no traction control, eh, Schmo? That's a shame. I was actually really looking forward to seeing what would happen when Fifi caught them up. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case now. So you have McLaren trying to defend off Colonic. Mediums versus hards. Now are those hards going to eventually start coming good? Well, Schmo's going to now try to at least undo some of the damage caused by that spin. But I think a podium is definitely out of the cars now unless something drastic happens up the front, which I'm not seeing happen. But brilliant day once again for Aston Martin. It's going to be a double podium finish as long as they just keep it on the grey stuff. Only 3 laps to go. At least my commentator's curse has been somewhat broken. Schmo, if you're watching this back, I promise I did not curse you with that corner. We have an ad break starting in 30 seconds, and then it should be done for the rest of the race. He's getting bags of understeer. It's horrible when like you've ran out of ERS basically, or you're not using, and the engine's just do because it hasn't got any more power to do anything. Now, I think Keller might hold on to the final points position, especially if these two keep doing this. Donation, no warning, fair enough. And the McLaren has been passed by the Ferrari. So Clark's hard tyres at least working for him now. I don't think he's going to be able to catch the next car in front. Ad breaks, that's right. This will be uploaded to YouTube on the Thrill Nation Gaming official YouTube page. Well, here comes Fifi. I don't think there will be any resistance from Stacks. I think he's just running his own race and focusing on points for the moment. Both coming up, I think, to lap the real Brewski at the moment. It's a shame for Schmo. I was really looking forward to that, but these things happen. And I think this will be one of the most rehearsed passes known in history. There we go. Aston Martin running in formation here. Stacks think about maybe coming back at him. Wouldn't think it very likely, but he looks quite racy in his own ways. Okay, so Keller's final points position's not exactly safe because David Cottle is caught right back up to the back of him with the softs. He's making them work. They must be coming to the end of their lifespan now, but welcome back from the ad break. Sorry about that. We should be done now. You haven't really missed much. Fifi overtook Stacks for P2, but Joseph has looked basically unstoppable with near a 23-second gap now. Schmo obviously had his moment, which dropped him down to P4, which is a shame. But the closest battle at the moment is between the McLaren and the Ferrari. Now if Buck has enough battery saved here, if he could go for a nice little overtake through Blanchimont, but now that we're coming on to the final lap, he's going to want to save that battery for the final plunge down Eau Rouge. Let's give a bit of publicity now to Mr. Joseph. Absolute domination. Didn't look under threat anywhere. Under control, went for a much longer stint on the mediums. Is loving those fresh, well not so fresh, but fresh softs at the time. And he's just soaking in, basking in the glory. Only 2 corners to go now, and now he can taste that lovely champagne. And who would have thought? Alpine winning in such dominant fashion. Around the final corner as we go, waiting for the checkered flag. Nice little wiggles, he's happy, knows he's got it, and that is that. That is an Alpine domination. Aston Martin coming through as probably the strongest constructor now. Finishing 2-3. And let's see what's going to happen. Oh, Buck's had a moment. He's dropped right off. Must have had a moment somewhere because he's now P10. Oh, that's not going to go well for him. David then jinks through for the final points position. He's going to have to go for it now if he wants any chance of holding on to a point. Deploying, definitely going to deploy. This will be tasty into the chicane. If he's close enough. Nah, thinks better of it. Unless he goes for a switchback. Oh, could it be? Could it be? He took it on the line due to that little loss of traction from David. Takes the final point. On the line. I couldn't shout because people are asleep. I'm sorry. I wanted to be more hyped there. I was enjoying that. But that is all she wrote for round 14 of the Thrill Nation Gaming F1 24 Championship. Fifi the Duck is driver of the day. And your top 3 goes as follows: GSR Joseph P1, Fifi the Duck P2, and Stacks P3. Domination by Joseph. I'd like to see the fastest guys start from the back for the final race, just as a curveball, and just see how they work at getting through the pack, how methodical they are, or if some of them get their feathers ruffled too easy. Yep, you got it at the end. The Mercedes had a little bit of, I think, got on the power a bit too early. The rear couldn't really handle it anymore. And let me just turn off these other graphics. That is all she wrote. There you go. Alpine with a lovely 8-bit quality pixelation helmet. Fastest lap also goes to Joseph. What it could have been for Fifi. What it could have been. I believe he's streaming. There you go, Reese. Join that the Discord. Actually, Thrill, if you're in here, do exclamation mark TNG, and it should work. If not, I can do it. Let me try it. One sec. TNG. There you go. Go join that Discord. And like I said, we can add you as a reserve. There you go. If it doesn't work, just let me know and I'll just send you another, because I'm pretty sure it's set to unlimited ones, but you know how Streamlabs can be. But yeah, that is it. Thrill. What, not the best race. Bit of a tricky one again, huh? But stick around for a minute, because we are going to go raid out to someone. But hope everyone that popped in, even if you were just listening to it while you're racing, I hope you enjoyed it. I did. And let me do points and I'll message you. Yeah, it was a tough race, I could see that. But yeah, stick around. We're going to raid out with someone. When you see it pop up, just click and join on that raid. And I will catch you on Monday. Thrill, what's the track on Monday? Do you know? I'll have a look, actually. It might be on the schedule. But, schedule. There we go. So, next race will be... Oh, okay. Next race will be Zandvoort. Okay. Right, guys, thanks again. I will catch you on the next one. Cheers and, well, bye-bye.